So we're here today with Chef Jared Thomas, AKA Chief Chef Biggs, to talk about the stage program. Can you tell us kind of who you are and what we're doing here at this event today?
My name is Jared Thomas, known as Chief Chef Biggs. I'm from the Bronx, I have Caribbean background, and I was working with Chef Erick Williams at the stage at the Verge Restaurant. I had a week-long, intense training teaching me about the kitchen, the back of the house, the front of the house, learning about customer service, learning about bussing tables. I had a phenomenal time.
Yeah. What was your favorite part about the stage?
My favorite part was actually being able to cook in a different city and being challenged by a chef that has won awards and have different restaurant and actually took the steps to becoming a big chef. One of my favorite things also was being challenged in my career, and I thought I knew a whole bunch of things in the culinary arts world, but culinary is bigger than just actually be able to cook in the kitchen. It was a lot of information, very informative. And
back in my day when I would do stages at restaurants, we would pretty much get to, peel some carrots, be in the basement, maybe we'd get to see some of the food. No one ever took the time to treat it as a mentor opportunity where we learned about food costing and P&Ls and all the things that go into what it is that it takes to own and run a business. So I'm really interested in just how this program has evolved what staging really is, and I really love picking your brain about how it worked for you, because I'd honestly like to incorporate some of these things into my restaurant when we bring stages in. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got into the stage program? How'd you hear about it? How'd you go about getting hooked up with Chef Erick?
First and foremost, I'm a part of the James Beard Foundation, the Legacy Network. I'm alumni. I seen an email from Shamika. She sent out to a whole bunch of us that we have an opportunity, that there's a stage in 3 different areas. One was in Chicago with Chef Erick, the other one was in Washington, D.C. with another chef, and the other one was in New York. Honestly, I looked at the different restaurants and I just went through their menu and, just to see what this restaurant is about. Chef Erick stuck out to me the most. I just gave it a shot. I read his menu and the information, the questionnaires they gave. I showed him that I was really interested in your restaurant. I really wanted to know more. I ended up getting selected, and I'm reading the email. I'm like, wait, what? You know what I mean? I did my research about a restaurant. They actually selected me to participate in the stage. I said, no way. I was very happy, and then I just came up with different questions and different things that I would like to learn while I was there. So I would say it helped me in several ways, even shaping how I think and not being so hard on myself, and actually being able to go for goals, being able to actually try different cuisines and learning underneath different chefs to, just to get myself well-rounded.
So Virtues is known as a soul food restaurant. I've eaten there before. It's spectacular. What did you take away from that restaurant that you've brought into your career from a culinary standpoint? I guess a different way to ask it is, what type of food do you feel that you specialize in, and what did you take away from Virtues that helped you there?
With Virtue, one thing that I did take was the mashed potatoes and short ribs.
Yeah.
The way I was the prep time behind it, and just learning how to do mashed potatoes a different way compared to what I was used to. And it was it was more flavorful compared to how I first started doing it. And just learning how they find a lot of ingredients that they get from from actual farming. So it was just interesting, the different sources that they got their food from, and now I'm working on myself from venturing out and finding different sources to get my meat, my produce, and all of this brings quality to the meal. So that's one thing I would say that I definitely I'm taking from them. Even how they prep their mac and cheese, learning about food preparation. I always knew about it, but they went in depth with food preparation to make sure you execute serving the food in a timely fashion and presentable. So I'm very grateful for Virtue.
And what are you doing now that you're done with the stage program? Have you started your own thing? Or are you?
Yeah, so now I do freelance. So I do catering and pop-up shop. So now I use the knowledge that they taught me and I applied it with myself, and I'm able to cook and get paid for it. Before I was doing a lot of cooking and I wasn't learning like the finance behind it. I'm just buying this and buying that and I'm just making it, or a lot of time I would be undercutting. But learning about like the way how to do budgets, I'm able to like maximize my profit. I'm really grateful for Virtue. Like, I want to visit them again. I want to see if I get another style.
We're here in Chicago.
Yeah, you know,
So I mean, you obviously have a really big personality. I can see you crushing it in the catering game. You know, you have brought the whole room to life with your energy.
Thank you.
Are the shades part of like your personality with that, or?
I like that you asked that. I wear these shades. It just brings like a certain demeanor. Like when I'm my own personality, but the shades just adds an extra to what I got,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And like, believe it or not, but black and white is actually one of my favorite like kind of colors. One of my favorite two colors. So I just always like to represent and, you know, just be myself. One thing that I'm learning even more, I'm no longer trying to just fit in a circle, trying to fit in like I'm being myself. And
yeah.
I want to be as authentic as possible and just stop trying to fit in a circle. And being myself is actually like helping me see doors. It's getting me bookings, getting me these opportunities. Look where I'm at right now. We're talking, like, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm just grateful, you know, I'm just grateful, very grateful.
So when it comes to being your authentic self with food, how have you found your way to express yourself through your food? Like what is authentically you about the food that you're creating now?
I like to make, I'm known for Rasta pasta, right?
Okay.
So Rasta pasta, in the simplest terms, in my opinion, I would just call it like a jerk Alfredo.
Yep.
Like, you know, it's pretty much like a jerk Alfredo using penne noodles.
Yep.
So with Rasta pasta, it's a spicy and it's also has like a bit of sweetness to it. So with me, I feel like, you know, sometimes I could be a little spicy, you know, but also sometimes you gotta know how to be sweet and catch a nice balance. I put different colors in my food, different vibrance. I love using yellow, red, and green just to make like food pop. Before people actually eat my food, I like you to eat with your eyes. I like you to think, oh, this reminds me of this. Oh, I like this color. Oh, and just get people's going before you could actually even taste the actual food, you know? So that's what I'm big on, you know?
Yeah, I mean, even just knowing you for a few minutes, I can't imagine your food being boring.
That's the thing. So just like with Chef Erick and also Chef Demar Brown, like one thing that they're big on is like customer service and valuing people. Mm-hmm. Valuing people, I feel like you can know how to cook, but if you don't, you know, value people, you don't care, you're always angry and you're like tense up, it shows in the food.
Yeah.
People that's a bit jolly, like and the food may not even taste the best, but you at least got a comfort of experience. So apart from food, just tasting the food and, oh, the food was good, it's also how did that person make you feel? How did the place look?
You can tell when somebody wants to bring joy with their food, and you can tell when somebody wants to bring like thought-provoking emotions with their food, and those personalities are very present in like the chefs. Like you can almost tell the personality of the chef by what they're trying to do with the food. So I totally hear you on that. That's absolutely accurate. So what's next for you now that you're done with the program?
So now that I'm done with the program, I am advancing my catering business. As far as now I'm taking like leap of faith and actually going to different corporations and actually presenting myself. I'm actually now starting to, I never did this before, but actually write a business plan. Mm-hmm. Like I didn't know how important it was to just write down a plan, and the plan doesn't have to go exactly how you read it, how it's written, but it's in a sense of direction. And now I have a clearer sense of direction of what I'm doing is correct, building my brand, wearing my clothes, selling my clothes, going to pop-up shops in different cities and just expressing myself and just showing people like who I am and like, you know, what I could do. In a few years, I hope, no, not that I hope, I will have a kitchen. It's not that I hope, I will have a kitchen. Don't have all the details, I'm gonna get there, but I will have one.
You never do until you do. What made you want to sign up for this stage program, and specifically what about Chef Erick really made you want to work at Virtue?
So with Chef Erick, like after I finished like reading his menu and things of that nature, yeah, Chef Erick, he actually looks like me. Like working with someone that actually like looks like me in the same culture. We're not from the same city, but it's a difference.
Sure.
And A lot of chefs that I had was different ethnicity, and I learned a lot from them, you know, but I never had learned from a black chef that's actually in the game, present, and yeah, so I found it phenomenal, like just to be around someone that looks like me, and just I'm able to pick his brain. I'm able to see like what he went through, and a lot of things in my mind, I was like, man, I don't think I could be a chef. I don't think I'm gonna be as great as I really anticipate because of race and etc. But I realized it's not about like, it's not fully about race. You just have to know the steps of what to do to get there, and finding someone that, you know, potentially looks like you, in my opinion, will give you a better sense of direction and encouragement. You know what I mean? For me, like, you know, and it's been working, you know, so I want to give him just thank you, Chef Erick. Like, thank you for, you know, picking me. Thank you for like allowing me to showcase my talents and also learn from you and learn from your staff.
But thank you so much for sharing that story with me. Jared, Chief Chef Diggs, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Yes, sir, Chef BJ.
Yeah, anything else you want to tell the people at home, where to find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, CHIEFCHEF_BIGGZ. Let's get it.